Alright, here's how to set up a completely free VPN on Windows using OpenVPN. No subscription ever, and it's so easy that anyone can do it. Open your browser and search for OpenVPN Community, or go directly to openvpn.net and navigate to the Community section. This is the free open-source version of OpenVPN, completely separate from OpenVPN's commercial products. On the Downloads page, look for the Windows installer for your system. For most users on a modern Windows PC, that's the AMD 64 MSI installer. This covers all 64-bit Intel and AMD processors, regardless of the AMD branding. If you're on an ARM-based Windows device, choose the ARM version instead. Click the link to download it. The file is small, around 6 megabytes, so it downloads almost instantly. Before opening it, take the usual 30 seconds to verify on virustotal.com. OpenVPN is a widely trusted, legitimate application and will scan completely clean, but verifying installer files is always worth the habit. Double-click the OpenVPN installer you downloaded. Click Yes on the permission prompt. The setup wizard will ask you about the installation type. Leave it on the standard default configuration. Click Install Now. The installation completes in about 30 seconds. When it finishes, click Close. You'll immediately see a notification from OpenVPN saying it has no connection profile. This is expected and completely normal. Click OK. We haven't imported our configuration yet, which is the next step. OpenVPN will now appear as a small icon in your system tray, the taskbar area in the bottom right corner of your screen near the clock. This is where you'll manage your VPN connection from now on. Now we need the VPN server configuration files. Open a new browser tab and go to VPNBook.com. This is a free VPN service that provides configuration files and credentials compatible with OpenVPN. On the VPNBook homepage, navigate to the Free VPN section. Scroll down, and you'll see several server bundles organized by country: US, Canada, UK, Germany, France, Poland, and options, among others. Here's how to choose. If you want to appear to be browsing from a specific country, for example, accessing France Netflix or UK content, choose a server from that country. If you just want general privacy with good speed, choose a server geographically close to you. As you can see, all servers are online. Before selecting a server from a specific location, make sure the server is online. The status of each server is displayed in real time. Scroll up a bit to the VPN protocol option and select OpenVPN. It's the recommended one. From here, you can select the server file based on the location you've chosen. Within each country option, you'll see multiple configuration files for different protocols. TCP 443 uses the HTTPS port, good for bypassing some firewalls restrictions. TCP 80 uses the standard web browsing port, works almost everywhere and is unlikely to be blocked, useful if TCP 80 is blocked. UDP 53 uses the DNS port, good for bypassing some restrictions. UDP 25000, generally the fastest option. Use this for speed when no port restrictions apply. It may be blocked. For most users starting out, UDP 25000 gives the best performance. Select it and download the OVPN file for your chosen country location. Important: before closing the VPNBook page, scroll to the bottom where you'll see the username and password for connecting. Write these down. You'll need them in a few minutes. The credentials are the same for all servers. The username is typically VPNBook, and the password is a string of characters that VPNBook rotates periodically. Note the current password before proceeding. Now, go to your system tray and find the OpenVPN icon. It looks like a padlock. Right-click on it. In the menu that appears, select Import File, and select the configuration file you want to use. I'd recommend starting with the UDP 25000 file for best speed. click Open. OpenVPN will confirm the configuration was imported successfully. Right-click the OpenVPN tray icon again. You'll now see new options, including Connect, where it was previously grayed out, and click Connect. A login dialog will appear asking for your username and password. Enter the VPNBook credentials you noted from the website earlier. Username, VPNBook, password, the character string shown on the VPNBook website. Just copy and paste the login information. Check the Save Password option so you don't need to enter it every time. Click OK. Watch the OpenVPN tray icon. It will cycle through connecting states and then turn green. A green icon means you're successfully connected to the VPN server. You'll also see a notification showing the IP address assigned to your VPN connection, a completely different address from your normal ISP-provided IP. To verify it's working, open your browser and search for "What is my IP address?" The address shown should match the VPN server's location, not your actual location. If you chose a France server, the IP should geolocate to France. Now, if you want to add other server configuration files, go back to the download page, select the server location, and then choose the protocol to use. Personally, I recommend downloading all the protocols and importing them into OpenVPN, so you can quickly switch to another one if the first one isn't working properly. Now go back to the OpenVPN icon, right-click on it, and disconnect. Right-click again, then select Import File. Select the newly downloaded file to import it into OpenVPN. Enter the VPNBook credentials you noted from the website earlier. Username, VPNBook, password, the character string shown on the VPNBook website. Just copy and paste the login information. Check the Save Password option so you don't need to enter it every time. Click OK. Now, if you right-click, you can connect directly based on the file and protocol. Go to the protocol and then click Connect. Managing your VPN connection is straightforward. Right-click the OpenVPN tray icon at any time. To disconnect, click Disconnect. Your traffic immediately returns to your normal ISP connection. The tray icon returns to its disconnected state. To reconnect, right-click and click Connect. If you saved your password, it connects automatically without prompting for credentials. Let me be honest about the limitations of this free setup, because they're real and worth understanding. Free VPN servers are shared among many users. During peak hours, speeds can be slower than a dedicated paid VPN. For casual browsing, this is usually fine. For HD streaming or large downloads, you may notice the limitation. If VPNBook's credentials stop working at some point, because they rotate periodically, just go back to VPNBook.com, grab the new password, and update it in OpenVPN. Takes about 30 seconds. Drop a comment if you run into any issues during setup, specific error messages, connection problems, or anything else, and I'll help you troubleshoot. A like and a subscribe helps the channel, and I post practical Windows guides every day. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the free VPN.